match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there right off the bat, 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry for James Conner. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
You got 4.
Toss play, Conner. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Double check 16. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Ready? Black 30. Mike, Jack 16.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And some room to work. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Ryan Shazier in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Hey, 4 down.
They start with a give to Connor. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jack 16.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's go. Takes both of them. Corner.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Back 16.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He's going to get it running right. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious. And
now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive will start with Connor. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. That is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Even. What's that? 180? 44.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Like 80!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Roethlisberger now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
He don't know no better. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, we got 4.
Roethlisberger will throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
66.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Snickers.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Snickers.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Set! White 80!
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it, when you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll toss it to Breida. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a toss play. It's Breida. Stays on his feet, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here's a carry for the former Dolphin. It's Damian Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Hurry up, let's go! Hey.
They run with Connor. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. William Hayes in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
White 80. Hurry up, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 34 yards there and a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And it's third down. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Butker now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And with flags down, he's up near the 40. But it looks like this one might be coming back. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. This is Breida. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Ready! Blue 45! Blue 45!
On second down, here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Show that bench release and go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5.
Blue 30.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Let's go, let's go. Tight end right. Focus, focus. 3 down. Snickers.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Let's go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Snickers, you got to spin. Takes 2 of them. Snickers, you got to spin.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run again with Breida. And some space here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now here's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You got 4.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Snickers, you got to spin. Watch 19. Heavy.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. It's caught by Moncrief. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Roethlisberger going deep for Moncrief. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dante Moncrief, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Show that bench release and go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now it's Connor. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Skings.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. William Hayes in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Blue 45. Ace.
Trying to shake off the interception for the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Again, it's counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he has got it. from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out now the Chiefs' offensive unit ready to do battle again. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. In there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They will throw it here with Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39!
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McDonald. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Now, lucky 56.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rudolph going to look to throw it. We just saw the first NFL touchdown pass for Mason Rudolph. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And the ball is knocked out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
Rudolph following the fumble recovery. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Connor. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Pittsburgh, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you.